I'm trying to find emergency house.
This is Jessica Woods, and this is the moment a welfare call turns into a true crime. What begins as concern over a child's tantrum quickly spirals when officers encounter a 1-year-old girl without shoes or diapers wandering beside her mother. By nightfall, the child is found without Jessica, so how does an infant become separated from her only protection? The incident unfolds in Palatka, Florida, when police receive a welfare call involving an 18-month-old baby girl. The initial concern is reported as a tantrum. Callers want officers to make sure both the child and the mother are safe.
You don't remember having a conversation about trying to sell Giovanna?
What? No.
No.
No. I would never sell my child. Are y'all gonna let me go?
No, man. No, there is a warrant for your arrest.
Because they were worried about the baby.
Because she's throwing a tantrum.
No, well, more they wanted to make sure the baby was okay and that you were okay.
I'm fine. I'm trying to find emergency housing.
Here, let's walk over here so we're not right in front of a big bag coffin. So what's the situation? What are you going through right now?
I'm going through a lot.
Like, as far as housing, why are you looking for emergency housing?
Because I had a boyfriend who used to beat out of me and I don't want it around my kid.
So
Lee Conley will not take me.
Lee Conley won't take you?
No, because there was a conflict of interest to where one of their staff members told my husband where I was.
So Lee Conley, you've already dealt with them and they won't take you?
Right. I'm willing to do public assistance, public housing. I'm willing to do Mellon Manor. I don't have a ride.
Well, I know you didn't have a license for a while, but you had an issue with that, so I remember that.
If you can please help me in any way.
Well, okay, so I've got our victim's advocate coming out. She's gonna talk to you. She's gonna bring some stuff for the baby.
Where?
She'll be coming over here. I was just on the phone with her when you walked to the bathroom. And I'll call her back and kind of update her on the situation. What was your first and last name again?
Jay Woods.
Jessica Woods, that's what it was. Okay.
I'm going to be going over to the H&R block.
Well, she's coming over here. She'll be here shortly. She's getting the bag together now. She was trying to figure out, get information on
I
the baby.
need emergency housing.
She might be able to help you and kind of steer me in the right direction as well. Lee Conley was actually what I was going to try to recommend, but obviously, that's kind of not the,
You know, just because a baby cries doesn't mean that they're in trouble.
No.
I'm sure you have kids.
I do. I have a son and a stepdaughter.
I can't even believe this. Who called? Am I allowed to go to H&R block? Am I allowed to
Well,
go?
I've got our victim's advocate coming out here that's going to try
Can I
to
sit in the car or something? I'm freezing.
I don't want to sit you in the back of my car or anything, and I can't put you in the front. Let's walk over to this parking lot and buy my car at least, that way we're not out here.
I'm freezing, and I'm quite sure that one of the old people in there were the ones who called.
Well, I'm not sure who exactly called. All I know is they called and they came in and spoke with the staff, and they kind of gave me a rundown of the situation.
Yeah, they fed us.
Yeah. So that's at least good. You got some food, the baby got some food.
Yeah.
It was a heartbreaking sight for anyone who witnessed it. A 1-year-old girl without shoes or diapers standing next to Jessica while she spoke with the police.
188 Mango Drive?
Is that rescue for my child?
No, they're going to a different call.
I was staying at 188 Mango Drive, and dude was crazy, so I decided to leave.
When did you leave?
I just left last night.
Okay.
And then, on top of that, can I use the bathroom, please?
What, the Foley?
No, I feel sick.
Yeah, I don't know if there's is there a bathroom in there?
Yeah. I just want to get in a place where I can get situated. And, you know, I'm an RN, right? And the only thing I'm waiting for is for my license to be renewed.
By the time Jessica finished using the restroom, more officers were already there.
Y'all making me feel threatened.
Oh, no, you're okay. Look,
When Jessica left the scene, she hadn't been arrested, and many subsequent details don't appear in the footage. Hours later, the 18-month-old child reappeared, this time without her mother. The woman who brought the child described to the police a very disturbing story about the circumstances under which she received the child from Jessica.
We're gonna take her into the classroom here in Everett.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Catherine coming over as
Catherine's
well.
gonna bring her some clothes, diapers over, but we didn't. I was gonna wipe her off, but we didn't want to wipe her off. We said take pictures of her because she's.
Okay.
Don't cry, sis. Because she's on the third. No, they're not gonna sit with you. Well, I'll come sit with you.
All right.
I called DCF to John, and he's gonna be calling me back.
John Cofield?
Yes,
All right, I'll give him a call.
supervisor.
Thank you.
Like I can see right here.
Yeah, wherever you feel comfortable.
Okay, man.
We gave her a bundle.
What's this girl's name?
Jessica Woods.
Jessica
Woods.
Jessica Woods. Do you know her?
She's a client in my office.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing this. I know that this is way outside of what
I'm a
you...
mom first.
I understand. So we really appreciate your help. We're going to get on the phone and we're going to take the steps to make sure that nothing like this happens to this child again. So we really appreciate your help, okay?
And just real quickly, just go ahead and tell me what transpired.
First, last night, she came in, I want to say 10 minutes before we was closing, and she had the baby with her. Both of them had no shoes on. The mom.
So,
Her and Jessica walked in, and she asked me could I give her a new Emerald card, because her taxes had dropped, and she left it somewhere, or something happened with it. So I got ready to put her stuff in, and I noticed the baby had took her diaper off. And she was like pointing at her private, like it was irritating her something. So I was like, oh, maybe it's the diaper, kids get irritated or whatever. She was like, she's not gonna do that because I only have one diaper for her. So she put the diaper back on her. And it wouldn't, you know how the sticky side of the diaper, it wouldn't stick no more. So she like hit her. And was like, you just stupid, you shouldn't did that. And I was like, what? So I called the police. Then I'm thinking, okay, I'll leave her with the police, they're gonna do something about it. She knew one of the officers, his name was DJ, that's what she called him. And she came back to our job. At this point, she's yelling at the customers in there to give her money. I said, ma'am, you gotta leave. Like, you have to leave now. She said, oh, I'm not leaving. And then took her in the bathroom, and she was hitting her. I don't know why, I don't know what she did, or a child can't do anything, but I'm just saying, I don't know what the reason was. And she left out of there. When she left out of there, I called the police. I think the man that just came here, I waved him down in traffic. And I said, could you follow me? She's right there. And she literally pushed the buggy in the road and laughed about it. And then hurried up and grabbed it. And I'm like, is she crazy? She came back. I see her walking back towards our job.
so now this was all last night?
No, this was today.
Yeah, some of this is from today.
Yes. So she walking past the job with some other girl. And she saying, come here, because I trust you, come here. So I'm like, oh my God. I asked two of my coworkers to walk out with me because I don't know what's in somebody's mind. And as I walked over there, she said, I'll give you, if you give me $500 right now, you can have it. I said, have what? She said, have her. And she put her down in the leaves. And I said, are you serious? At this time, the baby got up and she was getting ready to walk in the road. If you know Krill, it's a busy road. So she get ready, and I grabbed the baby, and I picked her up, and I said, I'm not giving you no money. She said, well, just have her because it's just too much for me. I said, what is too much for you? I said, do you need help? Again, I'm asking you, do you need help? And she said, no, I don't need help. I just don't want the baby.
The thought of a child being offered $500 in exchange is truly horrifying. But thankfully, the woman brought the child to safety, and thanks to that, the situation didn't escalate further.
And I got the baby. I was crying. I walked across the street, and I tried to wake her up, and I put her in my car, and I told her she's going to be okay. This should not go on with a child.
We dealt with her this morning. We gave her clothing. We gave her a bag with all kinds of stuff. We called DCF.
Yes.
DCF went on scene, and DCF did their thing, and they left. So right now, he was trying to find her, because to arrest her.
I've been looking for her since I spoke to you earlier.
So, and
If you see her here, she hit her. This right here.
yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
She elbowed her last night.
So that was from last night. Now you keep saying her. What is her
Jessica
name?
Woods.
Jessica Woods. Because we did see a bruise on her buttocks, and we told DCF, but yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Where you at with it? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, we have somebody, a supervisor coming now, and we should be able to take care of it. It will be taken care of right now. But we did make contact with her. Just want to let you know that it's not that we didn't do anything. We did make contact with her.
I knew
and
about.
our victim advocate gave
Okay, I'm
Gave her-
fine. Probably not, but I don't know if you want to wait here the entire time. I can call John, which is the DCF supervisor. I just don't want to have to go through those systems. Oh, absolutely. There might be a way he might have to come out and look at your house. Or I don't know if you want to stay here. I don't know how long it is. I've been out on a call for 7 hours waiting for DCF. So we can work something out. We'll figure something out.
Now they was willing to give her the money. They was like, whatever it takes for her to get away. I was like, no, we're not enabling her.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I was like, we're not enabling her, and we're not breaking the law for her either. I know your hands are tied this morning. I wasn't mad. I just.
And they said she was mumbling on something about she gave the baby to her sister for the weekend. And I was like, no, because when we spoke to her earlier, she said she didn't have anyone.
Exactly.
So it already shot up red flags, and then not even 10 minutes later, I was doing something in my car, and they called and said you were here with her. And I was like, oh.
After approximately 2 days of avoiding contact, officers locate Jessica Woods again and begin questioning her about what happened.
My number, I will tell right away. Okay, no, that's fine. Did we get her number?
Yes, it's right here.
Yes. Okay, that's fine. So we'll
I
take
just
her
wanna
out
make
there,
sure
we're just
I
gonna
was
clean her,
secure at
take
work.
pictures and make sure she's good, and then DCF will be
They were
sure.
out there when she was trying to
You know
sell the
that.
baby.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to say that I changed
You know-
her whenever I first got her. It was beyond soil, like
I'm sure, because the
hard.
last one that gave her a diaper was me at 10:30 this morning.
You're just.
So yeah.
I just wanted to let you know.
No, I appreciate it. I just brought all this other stuff.
We can
One
get
of
the
the
other
coworkers,
stuff.
she ran
The name.
up on,
Okay.
giving me a couple of $1,000.
Yeah, that's all in my statement.
Okay.
Yeah, you can keep that. Yeah.
Let me see. That one I'm gonna give you.
Can you carry her, or you want me to carry
I'm
her?
sure. I'm good.
Okay.
I promise.
That's
Don't
okay.
hurt. Okay, you're good. I promise.
I was gonna say I can carry her for you.
Come on. I'm sorry. Okay.
Come here, baby. Come here. Hey, come here.
No, put her name.
Hey, sweetheart.
You could keep the other stuff like on arrival.
We'll took the blanket from
We'll be right
We'll be right back with it. I have
Now, an explanation is too difficult for her.
And these rights.
Yes, I do.
Do you waive these rights, and are you willing to talk to me?
Yes. If there's a possibility of these charges being dropped, yes. If I can clear that up, yes. This is bogus. It's false.
It was clear that Jessica's new account didn't match the version she had previously given. And at this point, the detectives no longer believed what she was saying.
Do you have children?
Yes,
Okay, how many children do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2. What are those children's names?
One passed away, and one God's home, my daughter.
What's your daughter's name?
Giovanna Chantel Woods. And so I went and filed my taxes at H&R Block. While I was there, one of the members of my church filed my taxes for me. She asked me if she could keep my daughter overnight. She said she wanted to buy her some clothes. She know I just got out of abusive marriage, and I'm trying to get back on my feet. I just got a stable place to stay. We exchanged numbers. I told her I had to have her back by 6 p.m. She could only stay one night. She wanted to keep her for a week. I told her, no way. I have 5 witnesses to this. So when I called the DCF caseworker yesterday, he told me that he was supposed to meet me with my daughter, that for some reason he had her, which I'm not even understanding why, because the H&R Block employee, the one I go to church with, Giovanna, was supposed to be staying the night with her, one night. I don't know which her legal name. I can pull off everything in my phone. I know I thought she was a good lady. Apparently, her and my sister are working together. She's the black girl with the pink hair. Like I said, she asked me several times. I told her multiple times, no, I don't like my child to go anywhere. She repeatedly asked me. She said, I can help you with clothing. I can help you get diapers. Please let me help you. One of my friends was there. Her name's Kimberly McLeod. She said, Jay, just get the help. You need it right now. I said, one night, only one night. And when she didn't return my call, I told her that I was going to call the police and report my daughter missing if she didn't. I have all of her information in my phone. If I could look at it and give it to you. I didn't just give my child to somebody. She actually walked across the street to the house I was at and knocked on the door and asked this after I filed my taxes. Then I got a report that I was banned. So more than 5 times she asked me to keep my child.
Never asked this worker or made any statements?
No, I went there to get a new card, and they were supposed to print me out one, and they didn't. So I was a little upset they didn't give me a new card. They mailed it, but I never asked anybody for money. I have income tax. Why would I?
Okay. When you said you don't know Crystal's last name?
I have everything in my phone. Like, I have not slept. I have not ate. I'm physically ill without my child. She gave me her phone number, her home address, everything I had in my phone. I called her. I did not get a return call. Whenever I got the ban from H&R Block, I sent a message and I let her know that if my child was not produced by 6 p.m. as agreed, that I would be calling the police and reporting her missing.
So did you call the police?
You guys have already issued a warrant for me. I was supposed to meet with a DCF worker this morning at 9 a.m. to bring me my daughter.
But you're saying that your child was supposed to be returned to you at 6 p.m. last night.
And when I called DCF...
So why did you not contact police last night?
Because DCF contacted me and told me they already had my daughter and that they were bringing her to me at 9 a.m.
But yet you didn't call police last night.
I called DCF, I thought y'all were together.
I mean, DCF is its own entity.
Do you
remember who you spoke to at
I
DCF?
have it all in my phone, yes. Can I have my phone so I can show you this?
I don't have your phone. Okay.
The other officer does.
Yeah.
And they were bringing her to me at 9 a.m. So I did not think that I had to call the police if she was in DCF's custody.
And that was this morning?
That was last night. Are y'all gonna let me go?
No, ma'am. No, there is a warrant for your arrest.
When asked why anyone would do this, Jessica answers simply, spite. The officer explains the charges. Jessica Woods is charged with 3 counts of child mistreatment, 1 count of child failure to provide proper care, 1 count of unlawful leaving the child unattended of a child, 1 count of selling or surrendering a minor for money or property. At the time of reporting, she remains detained on a $255,000 bond. As this true crime unfolds, detectives begin to see how shifting stories and delayed accountability can place a child in irreversible danger. Cases like this force parents to realize that leaving a child without supervision doesn't always happen in silence. Sometimes it happens in plain sight. Subscribe and follow Lee Crew for more real true crime cases grounded in real investigations. See you on Lee Crime Case tomorrow. Before we finish, please remember that true crime is not entertainment built on suffering. The events shown here are real and the consequences are permanent. Every detail has been handled with respect for those affected. Our goal is to document reality honestly so viewers can reflect on the systems, decisions, and moments that led to this outcome.